Okay. Okay, I'm live. No, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I'm live now. Holy moly. Holy fucking moly. I don't know, pepperoni. I don't have chat for that fact, but no. Damn. What the hell happened? Stupid. Also, I have to use my stream key now instead of my actual thing. I'm not a black screen. Can't see me. Damn it. Uh, damn. I see. I see. You're now here in chat. Well, you can't see anything because I don't have anything right now because the game actually crashed 2 times while I was streaming. Oh, what the hell? I have to somehow get Shed alone as a dog because as I don't have. Okay, I saw the Discord messages. Okay, okay, well, it doesn't matter because Portal kinda crashed on me now multiple times. Why that? I don't know. And it crashed again. Thank you. You're the first one who actually says W beard. Eh, maybe I hear sometimes nice, but not everyone likes it. Let's put it like that. But it looks kind of funny because it's actually going like a sickle. But for some reason, Portal is crashing. I'm mad. I don't know why, but it's crashing. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. I actually, it actually took some time to grow this facial hair. Yeah, you're kind of right. I should play something else. Uh, let me go back here and let me play some Professor Layton OST. Oh, I and a jump scare. It suddenly changed. Okay. Steam. What should I play? As I also have to think some that I somehow get chat in my goddamn OBS again. Well, what could I play? I could play Team Fortress 2, but I don't know if I actually wanna play it. I certainly will not play Counter-Strike 2. it's the best stream ever to start actually my English speaking skills. To use my English. I'm totally confused right now. It's not getting totally in my head. And you see the bottle here. What could I play? I could... You know what? I actually will start to play something that I put off for quite some time. No better way to improve your English than using it in a stream and native English speakers. Yeah, true. That's actually why I'm doing this, of course. And thank you for the follow. I think you followed because I have no alert set up because I'm... It's kind of spontaneous that I did the stream in the end. I actually had doubts to actually start it. They intensified right now for real. Because I had a long monologue and no one knew it. You're going to push it. I pushed yours. So let's not try that. Well, at least you most likely will know what a Zeitgeist is, or Schadenfreude. But I still have to figure out what game I want to play. You know what, let's go, let's play The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. It's part of this Phoenix thing. Phoenix Wright. Phoenix thing, ah. Homie, I have no clue what you just said. Damn. Carrot 2.0. No. For real, you don't know what either Zeitgeist is or Schadenfreude? Is this for real? Also, question is the volume, is the audio okay? Because I'm not known as the best audio engineer. No? Okay. Unlike you, I can explain it to Kara right now. Unlike Kara, I can explain it to you because you're actually in stream and I don't want to type it out. Okay. Schadenfreude. Let's start with it. It's most likely the easiest to understand. It's this thing. Oh. Okay, it had to run something. Yeah, I gotta look out for the auto mod. Did I actually start it? Shouldn't have. Not by my standards. I thought I deactivated it. Where's the auto mod? Well, you got a greater following and kinda gave it us to a silver plate. You have to say that's kind of true, but we all like Alu. That's why we're also there, not just because he's your boyfriend. To be honest, he does have my community. Yeah, exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said. Great. We agree. I want to pause the music that I had beforehand. And... Where it is? Damn, it's kinda loud. Even for the stream. Like, this should be fine. And now actually putting the game on the screen. Yippee! Wonderful. I hope it stays this way. God damn. What the fuck is the music? Yeah, like OG YouTubers that piggybacked off each other. Yeah, true. I actually was about to forget it. Thank you for reminding me. Wait, it's still my first complete stream in English. Just that it was delayed because... Yeah. I can rename it. But I have to at least fix the category too. Yeah, I fixed the title instead to, you know, yeah. Also, the music is coming from the game right now. Okay, let's go back. The Grace Attorney Adventures. There are 2 games. Great. Yeah, you get head pets. Let me give you head pets. Kinda like this. It's my first time giving head pets and I'm... Ugh. I hate delay. I wish I could use actual OBS so that I could see in real time what I'm doing. But then I don't see chat. It's not a great thing right now. I hate everything about it. And I still don't know how to deactivate auto mode. Auto mode. God damn it! Yeah, I got 2 monitors. If I got 3, at least I would at least need 3 with the setup that I have right now. But most of the time 2 should be enough. 1 for playing the game and 1 for actually doing the other stuff. I had... Oh yeah, I'm start game right now, but delay.
After opening its doors, a push for cultural transformation brought great waves of Western influence to this far eastern island nation.
Yeah, that's what I normally do too, but I had to use my stream key, and my stream key doesn't connect with Twitch like
was swept away by the tide.
Like that I can get chat as a plugin on OBS. And that's why I have to use now instead the stream in my actual thing. My connection is unstable.
But for one man, the turbulence of that era was just the beginning of an extraordinary story.
My bitrate is 6,000 or something like 6,000 and it says stream is unstable. What the fuck? Yeah, exactly, that's what I had, but it didn't set the stream to Twitch as it seems like. Well, there was a connection, but the stream didn't appear on Twitch for some reason. I don't know. You know where it actually tells me stream is unstable? The bitrate is too high. You know what my bitrate is in the settings? 6,000, and it actually, with consistency that it should be 6,000, it pushes to 6,300. What the hell? It's not my fault. I have nothing to do with it. But the stream looks still okay, I think. Especially I have a freeze frame right now. Yeah, correct. It's, well, for 1080p 60 FPS, 6,000 is the maximum that you should use. But like, why does it tell me unstable if it's not on my if it's not my fault? I don't know why OBS suddenly sets 300 bits more. Well, considering I'm watching this shit in America and don't have any buffering or quality drop, OBS is on crack. True. That's true. Wait, didn't you want to go to Japanese, or am I just too entertaining right now with our conversation? Just say that I'm entertaining enough, not that you just want to put off your Japanese lessons. Please. It's the 22nd November, 8:43 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature? Judicature? I think it's Judicature. Defendants Antichamber 5. It's the first time that I ever played something like this in English. No, I meant I need to go back to Japanese lessons. I didn't mean I was gonna do it right now. Why would you say it then? Seems like you have no intention to actually do your Japanese lessons. It's been months since I touched Duolingo. Okay. Funny enough, I still have my streak, but I use streak freezes. I stretch it as much as possible. It's kind of funny. Yeah. Actually, I kinda want to go away from Duolingo because they they replaced every VA with AI. I don't like that. That's not cool. I think we actually want the specific the specific words that they used, like not the more specific goal is like to replace every worker in Duolingo with AI. Yeah. It's crazy. Especially as the app actually lived on these VAs, on these voice actors. That was the first start why actually Duolingo was recognized. It's it's so stupid. So and in general, if you want to learn actual Japanese, don't use Duolingo, use actual sources. Try to find a Japanese person, talk with them actually. Hard, but try. You learned English from World of Warcraft. Well, I'm not better. I'm actually not. I kind I kinda use a mix of American English because I grew up with someone who is born in America and lived here for a long time in Germany. But we never really talked that much in English. I actually learned English with YouTube, games, and due to school, I learned British English. If I wanted to do that, I'd have to have basic understanding of Japanese first before I talk to someone. Yeah, Duolingo is a good Kickstarter, but like actually use something. Wait, let me get something. I should use this. This is a book to learn easily Japanese. You learn about the alphabet, hiragana, katakana, these mixes that you have that you can use for the different sounds. You also learn kanji, as far as I know, with this comic book aspect. I only have it in German to Japanese, of course, because I'm actually from Germany, as I have to always say. Because I don't know, I'm actually not that bro. I'm just German. I just call out. Eh, yeah, doesn't German schools offer English lessons? English is a required class when you get to fifth. Uh, when you get to fifth, I don't want to fuck up this fucking pronunciation right now. Right? So please tell me I didn't fuck it up. Fifth grade, grade. I don't know. Yeah, it's. I read it like grade, and I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing. I think rate with G before it. Yeah, great. I pronounce great and great the exact same. Think of great. Everything is great. It's it's crazy for me. Great. Was that better? I actually don't know. It's the difference between saying create and great. Okay. Great. I have. I don't use that many words with G in German too. I think the sound at the beginning is somewhat the same. Same goes for Polish, actually. I wanted to learn Polish too. Also, let's continue with the game a bit. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe this is happening. How can it be that just beyond the doors to this quiet little chamber is the highest court in Japan, waiting to decide my fate? Of course, I'm no VA. What? Oh, no, nothing. Save your glares, murderer. Sorry. Okay, the sorry was a bit bad. My name is Ryunus. Ryunus. I hate my life. Ryunosuke. I hope it's Suke and not Ske. Naruhodo. I think I will not be Naruhodo after this stream. Want to join the VC so I can explain pronunciation? You never join me in a VC when you stream, so I will not join you. But afterwards, that's something different. I'm a second-year student at the Imperial Yume University. Wait, that's not the voice that I used. 3 days ago, I somehow found myself in the middle of a horrifying incident. And now here I am, awaiting my trial. Okay, yeah. Meet up after the stream. That's enough. To be honest, I do have not a good reason for not doing the CVO streaming. Just don't say slurs. It's stuff like that. But I might just be too distracted too. That might happen. He's not too... But for that name, it's pronounced Ryunosuke. Okay, it was Ske. It's not Ske. It's Ske. Ryunosuke. I have problems with pronunciation, even in almost every language. That's like... I hate it. Ryunosuke. Ryu. Damn it. Ryunosuke. The end part sounds like K. No, it's K. Not K, K. I think it's most likely because you don't have this sound like in English that you think it's kind of sound like K. You only know it how to pronounce it because of One Piece. Valid. Very valid. Makes sense. I most likely only know most stuff because of anime too. He's not obliged to listen to such abuse, officer. And who are you? I'm this man's lawyer. I'll be defending him today. Lawyer? Yes, and until the judge has given his verdict on the case, no one has the right to treat him as a criminal. So you will hold your tongue. Technicalities. Look at you. You haven't even graduated yet. And yet, I still seem to know better than you how a court officer should behave. Right. Ryu... Bro has a damn sword. Damn, he has, of course. This is feudal Japan. Everyone had a katana. And voice crack is 100% not fake. Absolutely understandable. I want him right now too. I want him. Well, back to the name struggle. Ryunosuke. Right? Right. Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. I give my best to be a good VA right now. I'm a committed damn crime if it's gone is my law. Why did I voice you like that? Yeah, I want him. I want him. What are you apologizing to me for? Oh, no, I suppose that wasn't my fault. But really, Kazuma, I never meant to drag you into this. I'm sorry. There you go again, apologizing. Just like always. The voice. Is it a good do I have good control of my voice? I actually don't know. But I have to set up auto mod, not auto mod. Ah. Though I must say, you've been all over the newspapers these past few days. Yume University professor murdered in cold blood by student. But obviously, you didn't actually do it, did you? You went from normal to I was convinced you would fuck the man. Are you not still convinced that I would fuck this fucking man? Damn. I want to be deep into him. Or do I actually want him to be deep in me? I love to use my voice, of course. These are the things why I love doing stuff. Yeah, that's why I love doing stuff. I'm not a streamer for gameplay, as you can see. I'm just crazy. Of course not. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I could never murder someone. Then there's nothing to worry about. Straighten yourself up. Hold your head high. You... Wrong voice? Well, what's the difference? It's just my voice. You mean? I believe in you. I know you're innocent. Name. Kazuma Aozogi, my best friend, also in his second year at Yume University, but he's far more clever than I. A star student, in fact. Ah, you got it. And no, go into your rubber room. He's even a qualified lawyer. Oh. I was finished! What the hell? But somehow that's turning me on. It's not that impressive. The very concept of lawyers is only a few years old, here in Japan anyway. My qualifications don't mean much yet. You said exactly the same thing 3 days ago. Oh, wrong voice. I have to read names. But I'm proud to have a friend like you, Kazuma. Truly. 3 days ago. Yes. That's when all this started. Congratulations, Kazuma! It looks like you're going to get to study abroad at last. I know. I've been forever dreaming of this day. Turning from to a nerd. Which of them? Which of these two? Finally, those government elites have acknowledged my academic achievements and success in court. So you'll be represented. Represent. I cannot talk. I just cannot do it. So you'll be representing Japan as you immerse yourself in the most sophisticated legal system in the world. I'm really happy for you and proud as your friend. There's not a soul in the university who doesn't know Kazuma's name. He's a living legend. It's like there's some mysterious aura blowing around his temple. I want to bring about change in our legal system. That's why I have to cross the ocean, to see the real thing with my own eyes. The heart of the British Empire, I wish I could see it too. Then come with me. We'd have a wild time touring up the streets of Her Majesty's... Her Majesty... I know how to pronounce this shit, but I cannot pronounce it. Her Majesty's city of London together. Representing. Okay, it's representing, okay. I thought it was representing. Actually, that was clean. That was clean. What the fuck? I cannot go further than this right now. I will not say anything without my lawyer. Kazuma, will you come for me? And bring your long swords with you. We will need it. It's not weird what I do. It's freaking pure insanity. If only it were that simple. Oh dear, look at the time. I better be going. Alright, see you later. I think I'll stay and enjoy this place a while longer. Good idea. After all, it's not every day you get to visit a high-class Western restaurant like this. See you in English class tomorrow, then. Partner. I kinda have a wood. I want to bite it more open. I don't know why. It was straight after that. That's when it happened. Asogi, may I have a word? Professor. Professor. This is about voice control right now. Professor, I didn't... Professor? Professor? That's actually a great question right now. Is it professor or professor? Most likely, it's like, where do you come from? It's like... Fuck. Neither. Fuck. Fuck, I said fuck. Fuck you shit. Professor. It's professor. Okay. Well, this case has personal significance to... Yes, significance. But yeah, it does depend on who you ask, right? Well, this case has personal significance to me. But never mind that for now. Asogi, you should go immediately to the judge's chambers. To his Excellency's chambers? Why? Even English speakers change pronunciation depending on what part they come from. Say that to the fucking German. You are not that bad, except for like a few Midwestern South states. He was looking for you before. You advocating for the defense in this trial was a sudden decision. It seems there may be some confusion about procedures today as a result. Who is this man? I feel as though I've seen him at the university before. I see. I'll go at once then. I grew up in the literal middle of the USA, so got a bit of every region. Here's everything unique most of the time. I will accompany you. Alright then, Ryunosuke. I see you in the courtroom. Yes, thanks, Kazuma. Was my girl voice okay? I hope. I didn't practice it that much in the last few days. More like months. That's actually the reason why I want to learn a girl's voice. How to do a girl's voice. No other reason. Just so that I can do it correctly, properly in games like this. Even if it's only entertaining me. This is awkward. If I may. Yes, sorry. You must be the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, I believe. Yes, that's right. My name is Eugene Mikotoba. I'm a professor of forensic medicine at Yume University. Ah, Professor Mikotoba. I've heard that name from Kazuma before. As I recall, he's been pushing to get the government to agree to Kazuma studying abroad. Asogi has told me about you. You and he are best friends, I understand. Ooh, he said that? As such, I feel you should know... Know what? Well, as you've no doubt heard, Asogi has been granted permission to go and study in Great Britain. However, if he should fail to defend you in today's trial, I'm afraid that permission will be revoked. Never granted again. What? Ah, as I suspected, you were unaware of this. I had a feeling Asogi may have chosen not to tell you. He's agreed to defend me, knowing that if he fails, his dreams will be shattered? But I don't understand. Why would the government do such a thing? The administration has to choose from a large number of applicants for overseas studies. It's very difficult to persuade them to grant permission, even in the most favorable of circumstances. I don't believe it. But I didn't do it. I swear it. I'm not the murderer. I'm sure that's true. Nevertheless, I can assure you that proving your innocence will be no easy task. You see, there are certain peculiarities about today's trial. Sorry? What do you mean? You'll soon understand once proceedings get underway. But then what should I do? Well, naturally I'm not going to suggest doing anything that could lead to a conviction. Right, so as soon as the trial starts, the judge will pose a certain question to the defense. When that happens, you must answer before anyone else. You must say, I do. Okay. PQ? Yeah, that should do. No, I don't understand. Peculiarities. Okay. It's P at the beginning. Okay, peculiarities. I do? But what will the question be? Surely not. Do you accept the accusations brought before you? Of course not. Defendant! Court is about to begin. Proceed to the courtroom at once. What? Peculiarities. No, that has to be wrong. Right this instant, the word. I'm gonna send you a voice message for how to say it, and yeah, do that. I think that would be the best idea. For real. Ah, it would seem our surreptitious. It has to be rep. I will not say reap. It's rep. And then you're wrong if you say otherwise. Surreptitious. That has to be it. Surreptitious discussions are to be cut short. So allow me to summarize. Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. Of course, as the defendant, the final decision is yours. What are you waiting for? Do you want to be found guilty for failing to appear? Get moving. There's no point in anyone advocating for the likes of you anyway. This is it. If this trial goes badly, Kazuma's dreams of studying abroad are over. And what's more, I'll be found guilty of murder. And so, with absolutely no idea of what lay ahead, I embarked on that unforgettable trial. My one and only chance of proving my innocence, the trial that would decide my destiny. Wat there? So this is a courtroom. The Supreme Court of Judicature. I think I got it right one time, and now I will fucking fail again. Judicature. No court in the land has more power. I don't much like the look of those people sitting in the public gallery. Lots of military and other uniforms in there. The powers that be have demanded that this be a secret trial. A secret trial? A trial that's closed to ordinary members of the public. Only military and government officials may attend. It's generally hard to say, even for me, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. It's a word that's not often used. So I think it's judicature because, like, the judicative, that I know that's correct. Of course, judicative. And the jur, I just took it from capture. So I think it's judicature. Judicature. It doesn't roll off the tongue well. Yes, definitely not. What? But why? It'll be. I just want to say it'll be clear instead of it'll become clear in time. It'll become clear in time, but for now, you need to concentrate, Ryunosuke. It's about time. It's about to begin. Fuck! I said a word wrong. The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. The prosecution is ready, Your Excellency. As is the defense. Before we begin, there is one point of order I would like to confirm. Yesterday evening, the defense made the last-minute request for a change of advocate. That's correct, Your Excellency. I made the request myself. Normal procedure is for the defendant's advocacy to be decided 2 days prior to trial. As this is an unusual circumstance, I am obliged to ask for final confirmation now. Who advocates for the defendant in this trial? This is it! This must be the question. Who's going to defend me? That's the question the professor meant. But then, if I say I do, I need to answer quickly. What should I do? I will just say it. Your Excellency, no confirmation is needed.
Yes!
Even before I can say anything. He'd just be like, for an entire minute. What is the meaning of this unruly outburst? I would like to inform the court that I, Ryunosuke Naruto, will be defending myself. What? What are you playing at, Ryunosuke? Professor Mikotoba told me everything just now before the trial. He did what? He said that your dreams of studying abroad would be dashed if you were to lose. How sad. It means you don't have faith in me. You think I won't be able to get you off. No, it's not that, really. It's just that... Well, on the off chance that things don't go well for me, I couldn't bear to be the reason that you... Yes. I knew that's how you'd feel. Which is exactly why I decided not to tell you. Professor Mikotoba shouldn't have stuck his nose in. Very well. The court hereby recognizes the defendant's desire to advocate for himself in today's trial. Well, well. Does the accused admit defeat already, renouncing his own counsel, really?
Objection!
Make no mistake, counsel. This merely shows that the defendant's innocence is so apparent he's confident he can speak for himself. Isn't that so, Naruto-san? Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly what I wasn't thinking. I'm not confident at all. In fact, my mind's complete blank. I realize you're in charge now, but still, try not to look so bewildered. Well, for a mere university student to be brought before the Supreme Court, you must have perpetrated the most heinous crime indeed. As you are no doubt aware, this is the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. Accordingly, the very high standards of conduct are expected of all present. Do I make myself clear, Defendant Naruto? Yes, Your Excellency. Actual nervous. It is therefore my duty to assess your competence for the task you have undertaken. My competence? What does that mean? He's questioning your ability to do the job. Well, can't be questioning it more than I am. So let's start with the very simplest of questions. Yes. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. Well, that's easy enough. I've heard his name more times than I'd care to remember. But, wait. I'm so nervous, I can't even remember that. What was it again? Ryunosuke. Let me guess, your mind's gone blank? Damn, that's lawyer failure. That's a lawyer failure right now. Right there. Do you agree? I wait for a reaction right now because I might be far too gone otherwise. Don't worry, I'm still here. Okay, you're still here. Then answer the fucking question! Just half paying attention while I update my socials. Oh, you're updating your socials, I see. I'm sorry. You know me so well. All the relevant information for this case can be found in the court record. But I can't even find that. It's simple. You can access the court record with a press of E. If you ever find you've forgotten something, just consult that. It's all in there. I just have to press E for the court record? Alright, there's no time to lose. This is the list of evidence you've collected. Now try switching to people instead. With E, you'll find details about the victim in here. When you're done, just proceed to go back. So remember, everything to do with the current case can be found in the court record. I actually want to look at it. The victim of this case. He was a visiting professor of medicine at Yuma University from the British Empire, John H. Wilson. Oh, it actually felt like I ripped something in my throat. God damn. Or it was a bubble, I don't know. Now you'd better not keep His Excellency waiting any longer. Go on. Find the victim in the people section of the court record, then press to present. Try it now.
Yes!
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson. Well, at least you can remember the name of an esteemed member of your own university. Dr. Wilson was a visiting professor from England, invited to Yuma University 4 years ago. Indeed, which is the reason why this case has such profound implications. The British Empire is at present our country's most valuable foreign ally. And as most of you will be aware, we have just signed a new treaty together, after lengthy negotiations. There can't be anyone who hasn't heard of the Anglo-Japanese Treaty of Friendship and Navigation. Yeah, true, that's such a cool detail. I love it. Too, when he... I don't know if you saw that scene, but he went like this when he said he's going to defend himself. Really like this, and for like an entire minute. I couldn't skip that. And yet, despite these delicate circumstances, the blood of an Englishman has been spilled on our soil. You two are both undergraduates at the Imperial Yuma University, are you not? Murdering a professor from the very institution that provides you educations. Have you no honor? But I didn't do it. This case is coming under great scrutiny from our allies on the other side of the world. The court therefore wishes for a speedy resolution to this matter. In other words, our feeble government is scared of upsetting England's policymakers. and you're a convenient and expandable scapegoat to blame for this crime. So that's why this story has these unusual peculiarities. It's not an E. It's not peculiarities. There is no E between lair and Q. Peculiarities. You see? You tried to teach me. You tried to teach me. I thought you tried to get my English better. Well, that's kinda true. It's just a... No, this isn't French. This isn't French. No. This isn't French. You know what? Wait a second. I accidentally might have continued. Wait. Exactly. Our government needs to convict someone as quickly as possible. Okay, perfect. I will use Google Translate now. Homie, there are silent letters in way more words than there should be. Yeah, if it's a silent letter, then it's actually not to hear.
Peculiarities. Peculiarities.
Peculiarities. That's it. It's a Lee, and then air. And now back to the W music. Now, fuck, you tried to say. Wait, I need to zoom that. Oh, fuck, the game is in front of it. Shit. I think I actually could pronounce it correctly. That's so fucking funny. I just need to see it better. It's on my second monitor in a fuck nah thing. I need to see it big in front of me. All because the victim was an Englishman. Yes, Dr. Wilson was an Englishman. But nationalities and treaties won't make any difference for me here. The fact is, I was there at the scene of the crime. It's the fucking fear of long words. I know. I saw some multiple videos. I want to take this mic, put it right in front of me, so that I can go like this and read it. Hippopotamonstros with the... Oh yeah, okay, I fucked up. It's quipedalo... It's an I. Yeah, that's why I don't read from afar. Especially with Arial or something, because it sucks. That was the most German pronunciation of suck that I ever did. Yeah, we already had that. I'll skip this. I will not read. Yeah, you got the hoodie. You got the hoodie. Yeah, you had to do that. And you know what? Sucks for you. That's a sucks for you. The British Empire. Oh, it's incredible to think. Wait. I've seen the man at the university. I'm sure he's a visiting professor from Great Britain. I don't know his name, but still, I should go and say hello. Yeah, you ponder in my chat, I see. This disrespect. So went over to the professor's table and introduced myself to Dr. Wilson. Now then, let me pose my next question to you, Defender Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. How did this Professor of Medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson, lose his life? State before the court the cause of death. The cause of death. Well, obviously that was Ryunosuke. Remember that in court every assertion must be backed up by evidence. By evidence? But how? Find the piece of evidence that shows the professor's cause of death and select present. Do it now.
Yes.
Well. Okay, that looks kinda goofy. Where is it? What am I looking for? According to this document, the victim suffered a hemorrhagic death due to gunshot trauma. Learn to read, you imbecile! That's the post-mortem report, I take it? Sorry, yes, that's right, the post-mortem report. In the West, the doctor has 6 corpses to identify the cause of death. It's an autopsy. But here in Japan, the police officer merely inspects the body and draws conclusions that way. Oh, I see. As long as I'm not going to be tested on any of this later. This is a so-called photographic print of the scene of the crime. You can clearly discern scorch marks around the bullet hole produced by the powder explosion. In other words, we should assume that the victim was shot at close range. Well, fuck. Certainly Naruto was close ranged. Thank you, Counsel. The court will accept this modern scientific evidence into the record. A photograph of victim and a photographic print that shows the victim. He was shot from front of the chest and subsequently died. The photographic print of the victim has been entered into the... I will not try. I would just not try. I also will go out of frame. What? So that's a photographic print. Well, that's something I've never seen before. It's clearly superior to a drawing. The detail is incredible. Very well. I am satisfied with your answers. 2 answers. 2 fucking answers. that you could easily look up in your records. Competence. Let us start the trial. Certainly, Your Excellency. So, without further ado, in order to prepare to better apprise the court with the facts of the case, the prosecution hereby calls its first witness, who was there at the scene of the crime when it happened. This is it, then. I think I may have worked out what the professor had in mind. The professor? You mean Dr. McTober? Yes, clearly you're the defense lawyer today, not me. But that doesn't mean... Well, I can still act as your assistant. Ah, of course! When he was speaking with me before, he simply said, Kazuma Asogi must not be the defense lawyer in this trial. He really has been sticking his oar in, hasn't he? Maybe, but any help you can give me would be greatly appreciated, Kazuma. The voice makes me want to punch the lawyer in the face, which matches how badly his character design makes me want to punch him in the face. He's made for that. That's with sole purpose. It's the only time that you will see this face, because you will punch it to death in this trial. Well, metaphorically, you will punch it to death with your evidence. Well, my first piece of advice is Ryan? I can't express how badly I want to punch him in the face. Are you sure about that? Because that would be me. Rain, that crazy look of bewilderment and control look. I don't know. Only if you reign in... I think it's rain. Like, even with a G. Only if you reign in that crazy headband and control the cold stars first. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Witness, state your name and occupation for the court, please. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I am the head waiter at a Western-style restaurant called La Carnival. Are you alright? You seem to be coughing up some, It's a regular occurrence. It really doesn't bother me. Well, it really should. As everyone knows, the capital's southeastern quarter was developed for foreign visitors some years ago. It's become a very fashionable district now, full of hotels to accommodate overseas guests. This great crime occurred in one of these district's so-called restaurants, an Occidental eatery 3 days ago. Understood, Hosonaga-san. You will kindly tell the court everything you can about the incident. At once, sir. And no petty interjections from the aspiring lawyer boy, please. Oh, perspiring maybe, but aspiring? It was just after 2 PM on the day in question. We have few diners at that time of day. The lunchtime rush was over, and there were only 3 tables still occupied. That fits with my memory of it too. There was hardly anyone else in the place. It was when I was in the kitchen putting away crockery and cutlery. A gunshot rang out, so I hurried out to the dining area to see what had happened. I found the victim, an English gentleman slumped in his chair, and standing immediately beside him, gun in hand, was the accused university student. How was the dude murdered? Never mind. Yeah, that's what the game is about, to find out how someone is murdered. That's exactly what's the game about. Else you cannot defend yourself or your client. Hold on, let me just clarify something here. While I did pick up a gun that I found lying on the floor beside the professor, I didn't shoot him. Don't say that. Well, bro said he was shot, so... yeah. I believe I asked you to refrain from petty interjections. The court wishes to listen to the witness report of what he saw, you amateur. But... the next time you interrupt at an inappropriate time, you will be penalized, defendant Naruto. Don't worry, Ryunosuke. You'll have your chance to fight back. And the cross-examination. So then my question would be, if he had the gun in his hand, how did he not notice who shot it? Great question. That's what the game is about. Find out what happened. I don't know shit. Right now, at least. For now, we must just quietly listen to the witness. If I may confirm 1 point, waiter, standing beside the victim with a gun in his hand was the same man we see here in court today? Yes, without question. I see. And apart from the accused, was there anyone else standing beside the victim? Two options. It was either some third party or the man low-key killed himself. True, maybe it was the waiter. Maybe it was the waiter. Or he had some kind of bomb. And a gun already placed. No. There was no one else around the table but the deceased Englishman and the university student. Huh? Wait, what did he just say? There was no one else around the table? What's the matter, Ryunosuke? That's just not right. When I went over to Dr. Wilson to say hello, there was a woman sitting opposite him. Yeah, sitting opposite him at this table. Yeah. It's also possible the gun that the defendant had wasn't the one that was fired. Well, shit. Well, we theorized, but it might happen. There was a woman sitting opposite him. Isn't it sitting him? No. Ah, shit. English. Really? And that's not something the waiter could have missed. I've been warned about interjecting, but still, what should I do? So probably not the waiter then. No, if the waiter didn't see... says he didn't see the woman, that's an objection for sure. Well, it can't play against us, actually. You have to time it right. Okay, hear me out. The waiter has to be in. If he didn't see the woman that was also there. Yeah, that's what I thought. The woman and the waiter. Well, now the question is, do I interject or not? I think there's quite some delay. Okay. It can happen that something like this happens, where the game might let you interject or give out a certain option of information, or you can just wait and it goes on, and sometimes one of them is correct. But the thing is, I was called out for interjecting already once, and that's why I'm not going to do, because afterwards you get to a cross-examination where you can actually defy this, and it's legal then to say objection. Let him dig his grave. Yeah, I'm also wait and see. I desperately want to say something, but I was told not to interject. Ryunosuke, if your parents tell you to study, you're the kind of man who will diligently get to work, aren't you? I suppose I am. I'd never have got into Yume University otherwise. But you can't just always follow the rules in life, you know? If you don't say what you want to say right now, you'll seriously regret it when you're found guilty. It was wrong. Why was it wrong? It makes no sense. Alright, you've scared me. I won't forget the piece of advice in a hurry. And there is something I want to say. I'm just going to shut my eyes and say it. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. You have to think about what you say. Also, if you... some options can mean game over directly, because they lead into different directions. Games like this is hard. Of course that won't happen here, and we are safe because this is still tutorial, but that's something that could happen. Just a moment, please. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone that day. I'm sure of it. There was a lady sitting with him at the same table.
Objection!
Dear me. What are we going to do with you? With your blatant disregard for court proceedings, I'm beginning to wonder if you're not a fraud. Could it be that the accused, this mere student, is not a real lawyer after all? But I'm sure of what I saw. Hosonoga-san, is there any chance you're mistaken? Perhaps your memory of events is hazy? I'd say the game is saying if you catch them in a factual light, then object. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll see. No, the deceased gentleman came to dine alone. Actually, we are seeing Ghost Woman right now. I don't believe it. Actually, I actually have a rough plan. I actually have a rough plan of a restaurant as it was that day. Please have a look if you'd like to. Let me see. Ah, a sketch of an establishment's layout. Drawn by yourself, I presume. That's right. I'm afraid I used the back of my business card. It was a turbulent situation. However, as you can see, the gentleman in question was seated alone. What? What? Well, you're clearly a very conscientious waiter. Thank you, sir. The court will take this plan and add it to the court record as evidence. Oh, well. Is there a problem? So bro is definitely in on it with the woman. Yes. Hand the plan to the court officer at once. Of course. Here you are. What was that about? He's been completely calm and collected until now. Something certainly seems to have shaken him. The waiter's business card has been entered into the court record. See? Yes! I know! We have the same conspiracy theory! Bitch. So, the court has now heard a precise of precise? Fuck my ass? Of the case. Yes, at the moment the gunshot was heard in the restaurant, the only person in close proximity to the victim was the defendant on trial today. It would seem we are looking at a black and white case here. Defendant Naruhodo. Yes, Your Excellency. If you admit your guilt at this stage, the court is willing to look mercifully upon you. In other words, you may have some small reprieve in terms of your inevitable punishment. I don't even know what that word is. Which word? There are some words. I call this waiter as an unsworn witness in order to explain the details of the case to the court. But I must warn the defense if you are determined to pursue matters further in this trial. The prosecution has decisive evidence from sworn witnesses who were present at the scene of the crime. What do you think I should do, Kazuma? The game is clearly telling you you're innocent. Yeah, that's true. But no one saw... Exactly! They only saw me with a gun. What do you mean? Well, I'm going to be found guilty one way or another, it seems. Wouldn't it be sensible to bleed guilty at this stage and hope for a more lenient sentence? Everyone keeps telling me that this trial is unusual about these peculiarities. Damn. Everything is circumstance. Yes, everything is circumstance. That's true. You've said it. You said it. Professor Mikutaba said it, and so has the judge. Oh no. I thought Kazuma was talking. I'm scared of what lies ahead of if I push this. Like, yeah, you had the gun in your hand and the dude was foreign, but still, no one saw you cheat. No one saw you shoot. As I said from the outset, I believe you're innocent. I trust you. And yet, despite knowing that, you're willing now to throw that trust back in my face? Is that it? What? If the accused is in fact innocent, then a defense lawyer is duty-bound to prove that innocence by whatever means necessary. Are you just going to abandon the duty? Are you going to give up on yourself? The battle hasn't even begun yet, Ryonosuke. The defense pleads not guilty, Your Excellency. We invite the prosecution to stop making empty threats and bring out its witnesses. Then we'll see just how decisive this evidence really is. Indeed. Prosecutor Aoichi, please continue with proceedings. So either it's a secret lover thing or money. I think it's something else, actually. I think it's a secret agent. An assassination. Bro said... Well, you were warned. The young can be so reckless. You know... My voice is dying. You know, many call me sane, but I can be a devil when I want to be. In a few short moments from now, that dumb structure mouth of yours will be silenced forever. So then it would be money. Okay, yeah, that's true. The prosecution calls its next witnesses. Very well, officer. Bring forth the witnesses at once. Bro can get a fist to his face if it was to be... Yeah, I don't like him too. Witnesses, kindly state your names and occupations for the court. Yes, sir! The Great Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iyesa Nosa. Iyesa Nosa, reporting for duty, sir. Myself, I find employed as a purveyor of fine articles of antiquity from the efflorescence of our nation, Nippon, and conduct my trade from Rastei, a humble premises of the 2nd District, Curio Korekuta, at your service. Bro looks like my dad and Omni-Man had the kids. That's funny as fuck. I don't know how your dad looks like, but I see the Omni-Man allegations. An antique dealer and a soldier? What an unusual pairing. Both of these gentlemen were present at the restaurant on the day in question. They must be the diners at the other table that the waiter mentioned. Myself, I actually checked tea of a most exquisite aroma at the establishment in question, always past noon. I do not infrequently converse with interest parties regarding the curious with which I make my business. I can't understand a word that old man is saying. Same, Rionosuke, same. He's an antique dealer, and it sounds like he's a regular at La Carnaval. At La Carnaval. He seeks out potential customers who may have an interest in antiques or tries to sell his wares to them. He obviously targets La Carnaval because it's a high-class restaurant with rich clientele. Right, I see. Although, to be honest, that sergeant looks more like he'd be a seller rather than a buyer. No, you both witnessed the precise moment of this most atrocious incident. Accident, yes, of course. It was an accident, I didn't mean to shoot him. Is that correct? Affirmative. The enemy unit was seen attacking the foreigner in what can only be described as an act of war, sir. If it was the black uniformed rogue infantryman over there who unloaded his firearm, sir. This man's as impossible to understand as the other. Didn't they literally say it was empty? No, they said only a few people were there. A few diners. Didn't the game make it clear no one was present during the fucking murder? Did something that I actually don't remember. I think they said, I think they mentioned that it was clear, the room was something like clear when the actual shot happened. But they didn't say the diner was empty in it all. I think these guys were at the toilet or something. They had some fun that I like to have with Kazuma. But I'm almost sure I heard a strange noise during that last thing he said. So this is the decisive evidence the prosecution was threatening? The soldier is claiming that he actually saw the precise moment he shot the victim dead. Yes. Well, are you starting to feel uncomfortable? If I'm honest, I was feeling uncomfortable from the start. That's what I'm saying. NPC gets it. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll catch it with the cross-examination. No, the court will hear your formal testimony, please. You will state everything you saw at the precise moment that the incident occurred. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Standing by, ready to report, sir. Unsavory memories of a most exuberant afternoon. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a tactic discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of a particular fine golden curio to the military gentleman. At that precise moment, a firearm was discharged. I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back the cowardly little weasel. I was on my hands and knees investigating the whereabouts of my mysteriously absconded precious curio. There's something wrong. The bullet came in front, not from back. You saw the split second when the defender fired the weapon at the victim? Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. That wicked university cadet, sir. The cruel and unforgivable enemy. What times we live in when an English gentleman may be assailed in the broad light of day. The stream crashed for a sec. I don't know why. Internet just... And I missed some things when I noticed an English-made gun. English-made gun? What? I checked the Ethernet cable. That's what happened. I thought perhaps the professor had dropped it, so I bent down, and just as I was picking it up... Well, if that's the truth, there was obviously a criminal on the scene somewhere. Okay, so like there's a clear issue here. There's the motive for the murder. It's not about the motive. The thing, the actual issue, the soldier guy saw someone shoot from behind, while we were actually, while the actual wound was like in front. And I don't know. I wanted to say something else, but that was an issue, of course. And somewhere in these two witnesses' testimonies, there's a clue as to who that criminal was. There is? Rionosuke, you must exercise your right to cross-examine dead witnesses. But... cross-examine? Do it now. As we have heard, Your Excellency, there's no room for doubt in the testimony of these witnesses. The defendant is clearly guilty. It is time to bring this despicable student to justice. Certainly, the testimony the court has just heard eliminates any vestige of the doubt. Therefore, it is my grave duty to declare the verdict of this trial. What in the name of the Emperor is the meaning of this outburst? I mean the defense demands its right to a cross-examination. Dear me. Let me guess, the Hachimachi headband boy next door told me to do it. How pathetic. Huh? How did he know? The prosecution objects. This is a clear waste of time. The defendant obviously has no experience. How can he possibly carry out a cross-examination?
Objection!
The defense is asserting its right to a cross-examination. Whether or not you think he's capable of it is irrelevant. Kazuma is so commanding. Very well. Very well. Let the defense conduct the cross-examination of the witnesses. Alright, this is where the battle really begins, Rionosuke. But I don't even know what I have to do in a cross-examination. Isn't it obvious you have to expose the lies in the witnesses' statements? This tastes like a lie. How? You didn't fire the gun, which means what that soldier said has to be a lie. Well, yes, but it's just a case of proving it, and the key is doing that is evidence. Alright, evidence. All you need to do is present some decisive and indisputable evidence that proves the witness is lying. Yeah, I guess you zoned out. I guess. You went like... Oh, I'm back. No, let's go, Rionosuke. Don't let them beat you. Alright then. It's all or nothing. Why is the old guy there? He actually didn't say he saw anything, he was just searching for his curio. At that precise moment a firearm was discharged, I observed the enemy's actions with my own eyes.
Yes!
Let's press it. No, actually that's almost exactly what... Nice. So you're saying that you actually saw me at that time? Affirmative, I saw you. Laughing, cackling like a madman as you dragged the barrel of your gun on the English civilian. But that's impossible. I only... Allow me to confirm just one point, please. What's that, Private? Thinking carefully about the statement you just made, it seems to me that it must have been just after you heard that gunshot that you looked over to the victim's table. And so whatever it was. Well, if that really is the case, it would mean that you didn't in fact see the precise moment when the killer actually fired the gun. R. And double R. R. Makes sense. Sorry? Makes 6 sense of danger. I picked up the waves of murderous energy radiating from your foul mind, which means a split second before you pulled the trigger, I was looking right at you, Cadet. Surely that's not really possible, is it? Do you think I'd have to go where I am today in the army if I couldn't sense danger in the air, son? Actually, Sin, do you hear that stuff in the back when he stops talking? Well, it would seem the soldier is absolutely convinced that he saw you do the deed. This is not good. Oh no. Oh, I have to go into court record like for this. Death occurred a little after 2 p.m. and was caused by loss of blood from a gunshot. The bullet did not pass through the victim's body. I can show that. The shot was from the front. Yes, exactly. I said that even.
Yes.
That second piece. Why are you? Why is he sweating? His sweat doesn't touch his face. I think the picture should work too. He should be sweating. He got too into the line. Yeah. What are you playing at, Cadet? What is the meaning of the subordination thrusting some for the graphic print of my mustache? Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. What nonsense! What can this print possibly tell us that we don't already know? Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the word just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in this grand courtroom. This is so frustrating. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print presented by the defense that there's a clear discrepancy here with the sergeant's statement. What? Sergeant Ieyasu-Nosa. Yes, sir. What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniform varsity cadet fired on the English civilian from the back, the cowardly little weasel. Yes, sir. Affirmative, sir. I witnessed the crime with my own military-grade eyes, sir. Yes! But no, that just can't be. And why not, Cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. So, Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? Okay, I take a note from him at least, even though he's not a good source for truth. I will take one advice from him. When something is on your shoulder, just press it down. There's a devil's sin on your on my shoulder. What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nossa? My voice is dying. I cannot do anymore. I will only read in my normal voice right now, because it actually hurts now. It really hurts. Yes, sir. At this juncture, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixed on the delicious La Carnival steak, sir. No, he says, I actually was vexed at my food. Ah, my voice. What? The last testimony the court heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Iesa Nossa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we must draw is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in this grand courtroom. There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he was pointing the firearm directly at the victim's back. Yes! But I never fired the gun. All I did was pick it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I have already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasures. Treasure? Indeed, the Hohei Era Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visit the restaurant, it is my habitude to place in my boss pocket a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Raste, in the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you. On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I proffered my Hoi treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find. I did not. But I was presented with an alternative. And then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, was there no more. It simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen there, and then it happened. You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did. I heeded it not, for so I was concerned only with finding my absconded Hoi treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. Oh shit, wait, I got it. Oh, you got it? You solved the thing? Damn, let it hear. Let me hear it. That lamentable day, the precious Zoe Koban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. It wasn't an assassination, the murder was a cover-up for the heist. Huh. You mean the woman was actually the wife of the soldier, and they just took the waiter in for a certain amount of cash? It's still about money. As I am sure everyone present is aware, this case demands a swift and decisive resolution. They knew he would be there with his treasure to try to sell it. They killed the man at random as a cover-up. Yeah, it's still mine. It's a theft. It's a theft. We'll see. At least that's what you think. I would still say, it was not an assassination, but I would not say it's a theft either. This case demands a swift and decisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this very afternoon. Nevertheless, the witness testimony the court has just heard was inconclusive. No matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British, it would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. It's a theft and a murder. Yeah, that's true. What is your position, Prosecutor Auchi? Haha. Worry not, you excellent. I think it's getting pretty late. Can I? Oh yeah, I can save actually. Maybe I should do that soon, because I'm getting tired, I think. The defendant may have fled a tiger at the front gate, but he will find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statements, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant Ryunosuke Hanarudo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? The woman and the military man were either husband and wife, were bribed the waiter and used the murder to steal the treasure from the old man. Then with that murder as a cover-up, they joined in the investigation to help prove their own innocence, while shifting the blame to the student as an accidental happy accident. That seems like something. I actually think the wife seduced the waiter. That's my call. With small difference. I will read soon. As clear as Kiriko class. Yes, sir, at once, sir. I wanna kick the baby. Robbery, either with money, sex, or death threats. Yes. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative, the newest member of the Noza family. Rise up through the ranks, sir. Name Aido. Aido. It would seem those stripes are a sign of a sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Aido. Tien Shun. Your father is about to quell the enemy. This cake looks so kickable. Yeah, they needed the money because of the kids. Absolutely. Your father is about to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only person present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Wait, they didn't see the woman too? Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out.
Yes!
Why should the old man lie? If it was just the sergeant, I would have said, he might be lying, but how do I how do I do it? It's possible that the military man is lying and the old man generally didn't see her. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. You know what? I will look at the court record and examine this. Magnifying glass. Aha. Yeah, this tells me nothing. Kitchen. Entrance. This is bullshit. There's still one person not here. Check the other evidence real quick. Mostly the photo. You want to see something, okay? What would that be? I'm actually asking myself, how do I prove that he was not alone? Damn it, I was hoping there might be some proof the woman was very correct. It's kinda... Why? Why can't we see more? Well, there was a woman. There was a young woman at this table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. Why do we look away? Something is not working out for us.
Objection!
Yeah, the food behind them is a little odd, but I doubt that's important. It was taken after the shot. Yeah. This evident beyond... I think they actually turned the man around. It's evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has a photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, Consul? Indeed, of a table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there's only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the records. Wait, it was important, I was right. You were right? What? What's going on here? It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. The photo was tampered with. No, it works out. We're just... Hey Alu, hi! The extra stuff. No, everything is placed same. Yeah, he was faced away in the photo, that's true. As said, also, it was directly taken. And again, hi Alu, how are you? I'm quite fluffy, yeah. Very. I don't know how we can use that. Correct. That's kinda But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. Yeah, I will keep playing, Sin. I will. Ah, you did a nap. The Alu did a nap after this very exercising stream today. It would seem that we'll be able to telegraph a report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no firmer room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that I, Taketsuchi Auchi, will have contributed to the enmity of these two great empires in an honor. There will be a time to call it out. I'm not sure of it. True. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it. To draw out the truth in your cross-examination. Oh shit, anime flashback moment? No. Just a hope. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witnesses, but make it quick, understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment of the time. Okay. At least the judge is impartial despite the mounting evidence. Yeah, that's true. A visual search of the premises.
Yes!
I will press this. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. Okay, no. I tried it. So it's definitely him though. The military man has to be it. Yeah, he has to be it. That's true. I'm on you with that the military man has to be it. But damn. How? If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 PM when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner in any restaurant. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day and why he was alone. Yes, your excess. But it still was good that I pressed there. Where was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at the clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hotter Clinic, yes, there would indeed appear to be an entry for the date in question. 19th November noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on the case. I wonder, what do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it is hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it would be useful. I think it will play out for us. It should be submitted.
Yes!
If I may, I'd like to ask for that medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witnesses' testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. I wish to examine it. I want to examine it too, if there is extra info instead of there was only this appointment. Whether or not they are of concern is up to us to decide. We have a right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's a mouse-disturbing trend. You want rights? Nah. Not allowed. Hey, we got it. That's a good sign. Yeah, I think so too. Right, I heard you. You can conspire to prolong this prayer as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witnesses' testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused Korekuta-san. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman dining all by himself. Okay, I want to look at this. A medical report card from the victim from Hotta Clinic that was found in the victim's pocket. No, it doesn't help right now. Well, for no one other than the black uniform card that could have dispatched the Englishman. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Well, yes, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before. We had to press them. Oh my god. What the hell? Thank you for your follow, Alu. I don't have stuff like an alert box ready, I'm sorry. Oh, you mean this? Yes, this is a brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. How exactly? We can do it afterwards, of course. You'll notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. These are the ones you may examine. Press space and you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Wait, there's 3D? To rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using WSD... What? You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues. If the crosshairs start to pulsate, press space to investigate further. So partner, I think you should take a closer look at this medical report card. See if there isn't something new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Alright, I see what I can do. I need to use things to inspect any areas of the evidence that look suspicious. Okay. Dentist. It says Hotter Clinic on this medical report card. 8 clinics! There were 2 things that I could press space, so I think I can do it again. Almost as much as I hate hospitals and surgeries. Aren't they all the same? When I was 5, I called the only cold I've ever had in my life. And I remember, even though it felt awful already, I had to have the serious injection in my right arm. Vaccination. I'll never forget it, never my whole life. Most people would give their right arm to have had only one cold in their whole life. Anyway, I don't think this is a clinic where they treat people for illnesses like that. Let's keep looking for clues, we don't want to miss anything. It looks like this medical report card was first issued quite some time ago. It's probably a record long-term treatment, that's why with a family doctor, I imagine. Well, I can't imagine going to a doctor, as long as I'm alive. I'm never considering one. Well, if you were dead, there'd be no point, so you don't like doctors then? It's an old report card, yeah, correct. Why would you? They make you drink horrible tasting medicine, they give you painful injections, and then they demand lots of money from you for the privilege, all when you're at your lowest ebb. You sound like a model patient, with a bad case of stubbornness, no less, for which the only cure is very bitter medicine. Indeed. Okay, and not from the day of the incident. Wait, this! I didn't see this Nick there. No, he said there's issued something inside. Let's look inside. What's the last one? Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. Ah, and there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. That was what he pointed out. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar, you mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident he had the bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. He couldn't have eaten the steak. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia. Although it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. Ah, there's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drinks besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. He couldn't have driven. Let's go! The medical report card's information has been updated in the court records. With this new information, the meaning of that one particular statement totally changes. So I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. Oh. Wait, doesn't that mean... Oh, lol. That's cool. That's actually cool. It's supposed to show the relative position of everything in the moments following the incident, but there's nothing to show the moment he says, yeah. Look here, in the upper left where it says kitchen. Oh yes, what of it? No one would use those complicated characters to write kitchen, especially not if they were in a hurry. You mean you don't remember those characters yourself, don't you? Study harder, Leonoske. Wait. Chief Inspector. What is? Look, do you see? It says the witness's name here, Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the person's name. That's sort of a point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's his job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Satoru Hosonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Oh well, yeah, you have to live with this camera. I'm sorry, I forgot. I have something like a camera. That's why I read it. That's why I read stuff. Inspector, what on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence. If they're wielding it somehow here. He fucked himself. That's why he didn't want to give us this card. Your fury still works. I think it isn't bribery. I actually think they just want to convict him as fast as possible, and that's why they gave a wrong thing.
Yes.
Oh no! I wanted to present there. We will not get any information out of it. Shit. The theft may have been at random. Yeah. I wish I could just show there right now the evidence. Yeah, Kazuma, I know. Present. I have a theft or assassination, yes.
Yes!
Nervous. He's nervous. Well, I think, about what are you withering, lad? Call yourself a lawyer? I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. Ryunosuke. Everyone stumbles on the words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. Now get this fucking sentence out of your mouth. I could see it quite clearly in the cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hands straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Kurikuta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. Ah, I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement. Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 PM in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he may or may not have done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's... remember, Ryonosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words. Just make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we are finished here. There's surely no need to prolong this trial further. Yeah, I want to punch him so badly too. Dirty prosecutor. The witness testimonies the court has heard have been clear and concise. This medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there is no one else besides this pale-faced pupil who could possibly... This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? What? That outburst half petrified me, boy. Of course, this... Do you think it really doesn't matter? I wouldn't be surprised if the lawyer's being bribed. Yeah, that wouldn't be too far off, I think, too. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hotta Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Oh my god, he doesn't know what a dental clinic is. Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result the victim had been forbidden from eating. Just what are you trying to say, Cadet? He had orders not to eat, so what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. What? No, that can't. The old man is sweaty! He's on it! Everyone knows. Kurikuta-san, what boy? What? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 PM, the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No! Additionally, there's more. You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we know now, had just had one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Expertly done, partner.
Objection!
What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. This is not my evidence, bitch. That just means there was someone else. You can clearly see the plate of food at the victim's table. Use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about, or can't you follow the logic? How dare you? I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant case have turned. Wouldn't you agree, Ryonosuke? Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who in fact was eating the pictured beef steak? Yes, I love this shit so much too. That's why I have the actual first trilogy game. I've got this game, actually, and I want to get the other game collection. There are 3 game collections. And I want to play every single one. The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I assume you're ready, counsel. No, they're not free. I paid for them. They're each like 30-40 bucks. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Which I'm applying this low-key. Hey, don't worry. You'll see at least this game in my stream if you follow. Oh wait, you follow. You followed. I will play through these in streams. Don't worry. Alright, the answer to this question is going to be pivotal. Is the start of you turning this trailer around, showing what you're made of. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been the victim himself, me, me. An as yet unknown third party. Obviously, it can only have been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything, yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak on his table. Therefore, the only logical conclusion is that there was somebody else for eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It's clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial relentlessly. Kazuma, are you insane? You will take on the government? Don't worry, counsel, I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them, those 2 witnesses in the stand. What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone, so if it now turns out that the 2 of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Complicit in murder? No, 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 no! He's sweating, yes. I want to punch him so badly. Yes. Negative. There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. He confesses. He confesses just like that. I was just following orders. That's right. As the man says, just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they told us. Oh. Bro confessed. That no was amazing. What? What did you just say, Kurikuta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders? No, hold on, lad. I was, say you never saw the gentlewoman. I was like 80%. You heard right. That's not theft right now. That's not about theft. This is actual assassination. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean? You saw the victim with a lady from overseas? What?
Objection!
What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements? Is this true, you pair? Just one simple slip of the tongue. But the rest of it was right so far. Well, yeah, that was logical, yes. Order, council, explain what is going on here. It's about politics. Something about politics, it has to be. It's not about money, it's about politics. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not. The prosecution knows nothing of this. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make you keep your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator to this murder, are you? You wouldn't. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. The child pulling his stash, yes. Mark, stop! Don't pull the stash! Mark, stop it! However, I don't believe Ouchi had any idea about it. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could only have been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. The card, correct, the card. I think I knew about this. I think I remembered about it. Of course. Evidence that proves whoever it was really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly? Remember how we made progress before? They want us to do it now. We did it too early. Lemon-Joes. No, I'm too smart. You can feel smart about your pronunciation. I give you that. We examined this piece of evidence in more detail and found a new clue as a result. Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There is no time to lose. Hi, Saint Dreamer. You know I'm straight, but Kazuma is fucking hot, my man. I get you. I totally get you. Oh my god, that's so real. Holy shit. Hi. This word makes him extra hot. Yes, absolutely. I agree. I want him to put his sword in me. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency. I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes into my mind. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is Satoru Hosonaga.
Yes!
What? No, the card, wait. No, here, the card. On the front, it stated that Hosonaga-san is a police inspector. It just didn't edit it in, this, yeah. It was the waiter. Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san, the waiter who took the stand earlier.
Attention!
Poppycock. Poppycock? What does that word? Yeah, just knowing this. Just knowing he could slice my head like a fucking watermelon with his sword makes him dead much more of a Giga Chat. True. This might be the most damn bad thing I've read all day, yet so fucking based. Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If that is the man truly the waiter. What? If he truly were? Come on, Ryunosuke, time to hit this card with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity as by proving this evidence.
Yes!
But Sin, you agree with this take. Yeah, that's so fucking based. I agree, it shows a great deal of attention to detail, but I'm not sure we can conclude anything. Sorry, Your Excellency, that's the back of the card. It's the back of the card that's of interest. It's the back of the back. It's also called the front. I beg your pardon? Or perhaps I should have said the front. This game is... it's so fucking fun. Yes! The humor is so... I love it. Yes, it's the front of the back of a car. No. Yes. Jesus. This dude is so fucking nervous and stupid. That's what the telling detail is. Would somebody please explain what this overexcited student strikes? You should say to flip the damn cards. That's so real. Hosonaga-san sketched the plan of a restaurant on the reverse side of his business card. The front of that business card reveals the man in question's profession, his true profession. The waiter's profession, but that's surely... Good gracious! That's right, Your Excellency. The card reads, Chief Inspector Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. What? The waiter is a police detective? I haven't heard any mention of this before. Why haven't I heard any mention of this before? I never heard of this. Why didn't I hear of it? The Imperial Police Bureau has immense power, absolute power as far as regular civilians are concerned. So, witnesses were in the stands. Was it in fact the waiter who gave you your orders? Was it he who told you not to mention that you'd seen this foreign gentlewoman at the scene? Well... He's doing him. Bro, it's either the dumbest fucking lawyer or the smartest. He's doing a Mark. Mark in Among Us admitting his guilt and being cleared. Yeah. Where the fuck did he come from? Inspector Hosonaga. I was worried something like this may happen. The moment you asked me to submit my sketch as evidence, I realized it was a possibility. Flashback to 30 fucking minutes before. Like for this trial, it was 30 minutes at most. while it was for me far long. No, yeah, for us it was 2 hours ago. For them, it was like 30 minutes ago. Yes, I remember now. He did act strangely when the judge asked him to hand over his business card. I strive to carry out all investigations flawlessly. It's my guiding principle. But I let myself be distracted when I made that sketch. It was an unusually careless mistake. So, you mean to say you really are a detective? But why would a detective be working as a restaurant waiter? Ah, of course, your salary must be turned. Oh, you have been streaming for 3 hours. I know, I can read my stream session length, yes, but I said for them, for the game characters, it was like 30 minutes, and then a flashback for them. It took me so long because I'm interacting with chat. No, you can't. You're okay. Sin, tell me. Sin, tell me. What is he saying? Oh, fuck. Yes, there have been a series of incidents at the restaurant recently. In order to investigate, I decided to get a job there as a waiter, working undercover. Incidents at the restaurant? What kind of incidents? Fuck if I know. You're blind too. That would be classified police information, which I am not at liberty to divulge. However, I can state categorically that they are unrelated to this case of homicide. Very well then, Inspector Hosonaga, but you will elaborate on one point for the court. Of course, Your Excellency. We have just heard new information from the 2 witnesses beside you. That at the time of the shooting, there was in fact another person present at the victim's table. If that is indeed true, clearly you would also have been aware of this person's presence having served at the table in question. However, your testimony did not allude to this other diner. Therefore, I am led to assume that in your professional capacity as a police officer, you required these witnesses to be in agreement. Would that be correct? Correct, Your Excellency. Unbelievable. As I suspected. Bang. As soon as I heard the gunshot, I ran out of the kitchen to see what happened. The victim sat slumped in his chair, and beside him, gun in hand, stood the accused student. Sitting opposite the victim at the same table was a young lady, whom I guessed to be an Englishwoman. So the truth comes out. I immediately sealed off the restaurant and reported the incident to the bureau. It was then that I received some special orders. Special orders, you mean to say? Remove the Englishwoman from the scene at once. It was definitely an assassination. But was he trying to catch her? No, he was not trying to catch her. It's something unrelated to his other stuff. It was made clear that the Englishwoman's presence at the restaurant was to be concealed. Those were my orders. But what if this Englishwoman was the killer? I think it would be in everyone's best interest not to pursue that idea. The Empire views that friendly terms of its relationship with Britain more highly than anything at the moment. An Englishman has been murdered on our soil. To name an Englishwoman as the primary suspect, well, without irrefutable evidence, that would be completely out of the question. So that's the reason for the disappearance of the Phantom Woman in this case. But it's not right. What the fuck is happening? Something. Plot twist after plot twist. That's what's happening. One possibility does spring to mind. What do you mean, Kazuma? UMA University is currently hosting a number of exchange students from Great Britain, and I'm fairly certain that one of them studying in the medical faculty's research laboratory is a young English woman. What? You're a shrewd man. I can see why you're the chosen candidate for the overseas study tour. You mean? When I removed the woman from the scene of the crime, I thought it prudent to check her identity first. Then the court demands that you name the lady in question at once, Inspector. It's the Supreme Court. It's politics again. Yeah. The English woman sitting at the university professor's table was a certain Miss Giselle Brett. She is indeed a foreign student studying in the research laboratory of UMA University's medical faculty. What is happening here? I admit that under orders from the police bureau, I erased all evidence of this lady's presence at the scene and ordered these witnesses to make no mention of her in their testimonies. It must now be up to your excellency to decide how to deal with this situation. Basically, the woman killed the man, blamed it on the student because the politics of suspecting a foreign woman from a country that you just signed the treaty with would cause issues. Yes. You got it. Sin, you did it. You played through the game. Well, at least through this case. Thus far, the case presented to the court has been underpinned by a particular critical premise. Namely, that the victim was standing alone. However, as we have now discovered that this premise is false, it would be a desecration of our justice system to ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. A non-corruptible judge. A non-corruptible judge. That's what we need. That's why he was ordered to keep her existence and involvement a secret. Everyone was on it, but not because they were bribed, but because they had to be to keep the peace between the nations. Correctly. To ignore the truth and give a ruling at this point. But, Your Excellency, that would mean missing the noon deadline of a ruling in order to send the telegraphic report to Great Britain. Our own government will surely be very displeased by such actions. Calm yourself, Counsel. I will not allow the government of our country or any other to influence the proceeding of my courtroom. Inspector Hosonaga? Yes, sir? You will locate this Giselle Brett and escort her to the courtroom with the utmost urgency. At once, Your Excellency. But that means you'll be going against the special orders you were given from the police bureau. As I said before, it is my guiding principle to carry out all investigations flawlessly. So it won't be a problem? Nothing will get in my way. W judged. True. And this is also cool right now that he's like, yeah, okay, it's out and it's an order, I will do it. That's also something. I didn't await this, but will be adjourned briefly. The prosecution must call the English student Giselle Brett to the witness stand. Do I make myself clear? Yes. Your Excellency. Good, then we will have a 30-minute recess before reconvening. To be continued. Good. Well, now we have to wait for the next update. A joke. Of course, a joke. We got 10 save files. Oh, we got 20 save files. And I will add one autosave, but I will automatically not autosave. I will do this. I still want to punch his bitch ass. He didn't know, but he did the really dirty stuff to us. Not the stuff like I would have Kazuma do to me. But okay. I think that's it for today. I saved. I saved. And now we will leave the game. Yes. It's past 3 a.m. For me. For me, it's past 3 a.m. I already saved. I absolutely have to take a break. Yeah. It's been some time. Over 3 hours, and I still didn't take any break besides no, I didn't take any break, like, except it didn't work with chat and stuff like that. Yeah, 3 fucking hours, one fucking whole hour more than you. Once I'm in a game, I just can't suddenly stop it, except I'm rage quitting. Yeah, I take the W. That's great that you also like the game. It's always nice to see people actually like games. So... well, I'm tired. May have been an hour longer than me, but I only streamed 2 hours because I spent the rest of the day with Alu. Don't want him to feel lonely. Yeah, okay, that's important, Sin. True. You should always look out for the femboy. Always look out for the femboy wife. And thanks, Alu. Thank you for saying it's a comfortable bed. But it will be a pain in the ass if I ever move out to get this bed with me, because it's full metal frame and I'm not going to be the one who's going to take it apart. You know, you wanna know since when the boxes are there? Very funny, since January. I'm not the cleanest, let's say it like that. But who is? Who is the cleanest? You can't even... Well, I'll be waiting for photo evidence. Would I be willing to show... Oh, you mean the old computer, most likely. Or do you mean the new one? The new one is here under, of course. The old computer is not in this room right now. It's somewhere else. And I would need to get there first. Yeah, I have to actually get it out of somewhere, take photos and stuff like that. Well, if you want to upgrade the graphics card, I'm always here to have you. I know my parts. Maybe. No, most likely you know too, Sin. Okay, yeah. Yeah, what's Salu? Sin? I'm going to say I doubt. I press X. Do you know the YouTuber named your narrator? The name tells me something, but I think it was only in context as a guest. What's the power supply? Oh yeah, you would need to upgrade the power supply. You would need to. I look like. Wait, I'm going to look that up now. Wait a second. You say I look like him? My beard is not cool enough. No. No. My beard is not full enough, not lengthy enough. It's still too short. And also, I'm not a redhead, as you can see. I'm a fruity German version, yes. Excellent. You spent so much time on that hyperfixation. What hyperfixation? You mean building computers or what? Yeah, you mean computers. Okay. I'm checking them. Please. Don't threaten me. Oh, you also set an MKV. MKV. You wanna see something, Sin? You're not the first one. You're not the first one to make pictures of... Me. That's me. I said you a sticker. Okay, I'm going to end stream because I'm really fucking tired. I'm just going to DM with you a bit now, Sin. Alu, if you want to DM me too a bit, you can do. I actually have to open my window. So, I can't sleep directly. Hey, you can make stickers out of them for real. Like the laughing one isn't that bad. And the other one is like... out of context, maybe a bit bad, but... it's kind of fun. You don't have to say bad. I just told you you can do it. Bitch. What the hell? The moment when he says yes. That's the picture. Okay, I'm going to end stream, no, for real. Bye.